Welcome to Blinkers Off with your hosts, Jared Welch and Aaron Halterman.
Hello, what is up? I'm Jared Welch. He's Aaron Halterman. It is not Thursday. It's Monday, December 29th, and this is a very, very special Blinkers Off. What is up, man?
Yeah, what's up? It is Fantasy League night, Fantasy League draft night, I should say. Big night, my favorite night of the year, no doubt about it. Going to draft 60 horses, got 12 teams. I think everybody's here and ready. So, yeah, it's an exciting night, dude. I know some people have been losing sleep over it. They've been so excited.
Well, listen, I mean, there's Christmas and then there's this, and it's really close, really, between the two of which one you care more about. So, and to a lot of people, Christmas doesn't start until now. Usually we do it before Christmas. So this is a different kind of timing of the year. I started thinking about it, not, during, like, they say like the lull, like basically it's a void between Christmas and New Year's Eve or New Year's Day is basically just one day, it's just, you're just trying to, no one cares. And it's like doing the draft in the middle of that void is dicey, right? Well, we might have some interesting characters in this, including myself, in tonight's show.
Yeah, no, I think we're in the void, like you said. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
There are some people that have been drinking. I think Magic dropped 4 or 5 F-bombs while we were doing kind of hanging out beforehand, which is going to be interesting because he has like a real job. So how many F-bombs can he drop before he gets in trouble? Will he test the waters? That's probably worth watching more than the draft. And that's kind of what I'm looking forward to tonight, trying to get him to drop F-bombs and other things that he shouldn't say versus him trying to be, play it straight, basically.
Well, that's what I was thinking is like, I'm kind of looking, scanning the screens down here that other people can't see, that we can see, and knowing who's in the league. I think he's probably, I guess Samich maybe. Is he going to be on tonight?
I talked to Samich earlier. He said, I haven't opened one email you've sent. So
him and I are pretty close in that regard. No, but my point is like Magic might be the only person that actually could get fired based off of what happened, what they was said tonight. As far as, most of these people, I think Paul can do whatever he wants. A lot of these guys can do whatever they want as far as that goes. But given that Magic is in the industry, people in the industry might see this. So he might want to watch himself, or we could just see if we could push it a little further, see if we can't get him to say a few of them.
Yeah, let's see if we can ruin a life tonight. I think that's a fun goal to have, Ryan. I agree. Or Ryan, John. I saw John and Ryan's picture. Good goal to have, Jared. Let's see if we can get Magic's life ruined tonight. I like that. I think that's a very good goal. I think if that is what we get accomplished, I think we're good. So yeah, the punchline was, John and Ryan are safe for sure.
And yeah, what happened to? Is there no? Shotty says there's no Hill video this year. Not at all.
There's no video. There's no video this year. No, because he was afraid to get fired.
Well, that's true. That's fair. I don't know. He's living in corporate land now, so that's you gotta be careful with that. Hey, look at speaking of corporate land, look at that video or that picture of Nick. I mean, man, he got all dressed up for tonight. So
he is a legend for sure.
All right, but in all seriousness, guys, I know we're joking around and it is fun, right? That's why we do this. But we're in the next hour or so, you're gonna see or hear 60 names, 60 horse names, maybe, unless there's a hip in there, hip number, which has happened. Colts or Phillies, I'll even say that we're going to say. So 60, and not just the Kentucky Derby, all the Triple Crowns. So what we do is we get points throughout the year, but it's just we always say it's the best list out there because it's not one person that's ranking your top 60, which, by the way, ranking 60 horses is insane to even attempt. So now you have 12 teams, 16 people or whatever it is, combining their thoughts into a top 60 list. And so really there's no other list like that out there.
No, absolutely not. And I think the first thing when you try to start to research, you Google, hey, top Kentucky Derby contenders, and you find 5 or you find 10. Well, you're going to get 60 here. So that's going to be interesting to see how that works out to get 60 horses. This was, I will say, the toughest year once you got outside about the first 8, I would say. After that, it was really difficult.
Me and my teammate Kevin here, we were not even the top 8. So we just kind of like, you know what? mean, we have the horses, but there's no point of ranking these. Like, let's just kind of see what happens when we get to our spot and, go from there. And honestly, the toughest spot is having back-to-back picks because you got to make two really tough choices. And that, we're almost in that spot. But yeah, it's this year we've been doing this a lot. What is it? The 13th annual. And obviously you and I did it together, just us, and then it's kind of slowly got larger. But, this is easily the hardest I can think of as far as trying to come up with a list. And thank goodness you changed, you revised the rules this year, because I do feel like there's going to be the need to drop and claim a lot this season.
Yeah, so just real quick, I will kind of explain it. This is the first time watching. So the horses will earn points for running first, second, third, or even if they just start in a race of all the Kentucky Derby prep races. Now the different point values, they kind of go up as we go along, kind of mimics the Kentucky Derby point system in a way. I kind of do it on my own, kind of ranky trace how I see it as well. You do get, so used to, it would cost you 20 points to drop a horse and then claim another after this draft date this year. This year, it's free. You can claim as many as you want. It doesn't cost you anything. However, you get bonuses for the big last round of prep races and the Triple Crown races itself if you have a drafted horse win, run second, run third, or make that race. And so we kind of keep the draft important, but also kind of have more freedom this year to claim horses. So many horses that get hurt now and things like that. So you can kind of swap them out. So like I said, they're all going to, earn points, based on the Kentucky Derby system somewhat. I kind of grade all the races myself. And that's how this works. You obviously get more points if you win the Derby, the Preakness, or the Belmont. So I don't need to go into the rules for everybody listening. That's just kind of the parameters of this thing. Like I said, we're all going to draft 5, and you're going to have a good list. Some of these horses you'll know. Some of them you might not. I'll tell you that right now. I think there'll be a few that I don't really have on my list that's going to get drafted tonight.
Oh, I mean, shit, dude. There's going to be – because, like I said, there's going to be so many options of, like, well, you know what? I have – like, a lot of years you're like, well, I'm kind of interested in this one, but I can't draft him. But I'll wait and see. Maybe I'll claim him eventually if he runs in a race or whatever. This year it's like, I mean, just wing it. Maybe that horse pans out and – you get the bonus of having that, draft, the extra points. And if not, then shit, just drop them in a few weeks or a month and then you be done with it. So, it's going to be very interesting to see the strategy behind some of these draft picks, because it is a completely different field than we've done in years past. So, let's not waste any more time. Let's get to the show, because that's what everyone's here for. We're going to look at the top contenders, right? The 60 top contenders. We're going to do the 13th annual Triple Crown Fantasy Draft. As we go towards the road to the 2026 Kentucky Derby. Of course, the Preakness and the Belmont also included in there. Who will be the top 60? We're about to find out right now. Let's go. All right, Alterman, this is it's all on you now. You got to bring it home. I'll check out and then see you, I guess. What number are we? 11th. I'll see you in the 11th pick. So
all right, let's do it. Let's get this off the screen. Let's get you off the screen for sure. And I will put the draft board up on the screen. So there it is. As you follow along here, you'll have it up on the screen. I will be writing those in as we go. I'll try to spell all of them right for you. Please, somebody tell me if I misspelled them. So got to get them correct. So with that being said, I'm going to welcome in a friend of mine, a good friend of mine. I've slept in the back of his car before. His name's Vinny Blonde. He's going to come in. He's going to give us the first pick as soon as I find the music that I'm supposed to play. There it is. All right, here we go.
I didn't hear.
All right, Vinny, it's all you, buddy. You got the first pick. Who you taking?
Well, I thought a lot about it. We are going to the Keeneland yearling sales of 2024. We are selecting Hip 241.
Whose name is
Ted Nafi.
Exactly. Yeah. So an easy pick here. I love how you did that. If people that haven't seen the draft before, Vinny and his partner back in the day, Nick, drafted Hip 406. Hip 406. What was that horse's name? What did that turn out? I forget now.
I think it was Silver Maker, and I think it took like 8 starts to win, and the win was at a very small track and like a 10K claimer. Not very good.
I do remember that. I remember laughing hysterically when that horse was not very good. No offense to you, sir.
Terrible.
But yeah,
It
Ted
was
Noffy,
terrible.
no doubt. You got to be thrilled to have him.
Yeah, I finally, I feel like I've been in this league, what, 5 or 6 years now, and I feel like I've never drafted higher than like 3rd or 4th. So they actually get a good one is it's nice. So hopefully he stays healthy.
So you learned a lesson. If you're nice to me, I'll let you have the first pick. You were very nice to me this summer. You put up with me, so you get the first pick.
Perfect. I love how that works.
Okay. All right. Well, good job. We'll be sending you. Well, we'll see you here, and it's going to be a long time. Pick number 24, Vinny. All right. So, all right. Well, no surprise there. All right. I'll go ahead and play the tune, and pick number 2 coming up. All right, already got it wrote up there for you here. I'm going to go Paladin with a number 2 pick, winner of the Rims and Stake, also quote unquote winner of his debut race. He did not hit the wire first. Him and Renegade hit the wire together. Renegade was disqualified. So Paladin, technically a perfect 2 for 2. I really like this horse, so we'll just see what happens here. I look, I think it's a tough year. I don't know. How good any of them are past Ted Noffy, but I've been most impressed with Paladin. Probably no surprise. I've been having him number 2 the last couple of weeks on the Kentucky Derby video. So I am going Paladin. All right, we got Dan coming up. I'll play the music here for Dan, and we'll get pick number 3. All right, Dan, coming to you live from a cold, powerless house, but glad you're here with us. Tell us who you like at number 3.
Going with Incredible.
All right.
With the 3rd pick.
All right. Incredible, winner of the Street Sense. Yeah, what are your thoughts on Incredible?
I just I watched his races. I liked him. He stood out to me. It was a tough decision between him, Litmus Test. I liked Renegade too a little bit, but out of those 3, I think Incredible has more of an upside, more upside.
Yep, I'm with you on that. I think that's a good pick, dude. And it's one of those horses. It's kind of weird. Riley Mott with this one. Bill Mott had Sovereignty, who won that race last year. So that's kind of cool as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully you are able to stay on here. Hopefully we see you back here soon, Dan. Stay warm, and if not, I've got your list. Don't worry, I'll take care of you. All right.
All right. Thank you.
All right. All right. I need to write this real quick. Incredible. Okay, here we go. All right. Now, Paul is going to key next. I know I don't have it spelled right. I will fix it. Don't worry, everybody. Paul, you are next. All right, Paul, 4th pick. Are you surprised at who's been taken so far?
No, I thought those would be the logical top 3 off the board. So, with my pick, and we've talked about it a lot, right? There's not, other than Ted Noffy, there's not a lot of standouts in this class. Hopefully, maybe somebody will emerge. But the pick I'm going to go with is the only horse that, when I saw a past performance line come out on any Ted Noffy race, this is the only horse that I thought had a chance to beat him. Then he went on the shelf for a long time, and now he's back, and he's firing bullets. I'm going to take Ewing with the 4th pick.
Oh, I like this. This is an aggressive pick. Ewing was incredible in that maiden. Then he won, but he wasn't as good, as flashy. Been on the shelf a while. Ewing, I mean, how worried are you with his situation?
I've seen it. The one thing that you get with Ewing is, you got lots of coverage on him because the influencer Sandman guy is a part owner on him as well. So I've seen a ton of videos that he looks already like he's well into his 3-year-old season. He's beautiful. He's working out again. He only has 2 works, but Cassie has a plan for him. His most recent work was yesterday, and he fired the bullet out of 119 horses at Oaklawn. So,
all right. You say Cassie has a plan. Did he say publicly any idea where he might run next? Anything like that?
He said he's probably going to start with him with a sprint in January, and then he's going to head to probably the Rebel and Arkansas Derby.
Ooh, all right. Well, I'm very excited. I didn't have him this high. I'm going to be honest with you, but I do see why you did it, because the talent level of that maiden was really pretty special. Now, what does that mean coming up? Who knows? But that's interesting. All right, you're never boring. I'll say that.
I try not to be.
Okay. All right, let's move on. I'm going to bring in a very, very special friend of mine. We're going to reminisce about old times. I hope he's here the whole time and not the actual team member. The general manager for the Double D's is coming up next. There he is. It's not Dr. Tang. I don't think it's Dr. Miranda. You're pretty, though. Nick Sievers, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
I sued for medical malpractice, and I won a Kentucky Derby Fantasy League seat, so I think I won.
I think you did something. I don't know if it's a win or not yet.
I was going to be here anyways. What else was I doing? I was going to be here watching you. I'm going to be here making a fool of myself, so I'll take being a fool.
Hey, I'd rather have you on here than watching. So, and again, I'd rather have you than Doc's either Doc on. So that's good. Have you hung out with Eddie Olczyk lately? That's what I want to know.
I watched a Seattle hockey game not so long ago, and he was calling, so it was like I was friends with him again.
Yeah, that
was enough.
Was a lovely day we shared with Mr. Olczyk.
He's the best.
All right. So who are the doctors / you taking at number 5?
Cannoneer. He broke his maiden. What was that, on the big day at Churchill, going 7 furlongs and the biggest time form number a 2-year-old's ever had in the history of the world, if you were on Twitter that day. But he ran really fast on his second time out. He's a Brad Cox, and Irad rode him. Kind of feels like one that's got a future for him. He's into Mischief and Malibu Moon. So what more do you need out of a horse in the first round when somebody just took Ewing in before me? And I was like, oh, we're going to take Further Ado, or we're going to take Cannoneer. And now I can pick either one. So that was my pick.
All right. I love it, man. Like I said, hopefully they keep running late. Hopefully you're back. Even if they show up, maybe I just put you up there. Will you be okay?
What are you going to do? I'll be here.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. That's Nick Sievers there drafting for the Good Doctors. All right. Geist is not here. Good news, though. I've got his list, and I'll draft for Geist, who's won this thing. And I think he won it when I drafted, not for him, but was here to represent him. So we'll see if that happens again. Very interesting. I did not think this horse would fall to number 6, but it's Renegade. Geist is going to go for Renegade. I think this is a pretty good horse to get at number 6. We talked about it. He actually finished ahead of Paladin in the maiden special weight, and then got disqualified, obviously, and then was second to him in the Rimson. So Todd Pletcher trained Renegade coming in at number 6. I'm scared to do it, but we're going to bring in FanDuel TV's Curtis Callaward next.
Oh, yeah, sir. It's the Racing Dudes Fantasy League right here on YouTube. And for once, you're actually going to get some viewers because the champion is back here on the Racing Dudes Fantasy League. Let's see. We've got Aaron Halterman hosting this once again. That's right. And his St. Louis Blues are struggling against the Buffalo Sabres. It's tied 1-1. They don't have a chance in hell of winning that game. That's okay, because at least they look pretty on the ice. We got free beers. Paul Withrow, who's literally shining off the top of his head whenever he's on the camera. Ryan Stillman, he's out there with what's his name? John White. That's right. That's the guy's name. The guy who was the last person to ever have a correct morning line in a California race. And Evil Steve, I see him taking a drink right now because he knows he's up next, and that's right. And he brought his mama on here, and let me just say, Steve, get the hell off the screen because I don't want to see your ugly face anymore tonight. Vinny Blonde. Okay. Nick Sievers, let's see, you are up next. And you've got, that's right. You interjecting the draft for the Double D's. And I see, just joining right now, it's the Wigmaster herself joining us with us here on the live stream show. And we got Davey. Davey, how my sloppy seconds taste for the second straight year? Yeah, they tasting pretty good, ain't they, Davey? Oh, and Pedlo, let me just say, I do love your smile, son. I do love your smile, and it's because of the I love your smile because of your teeth. Them are the whitest teeth I ever come across before. And Kevin is in here. He's playing backup bitch for Jared again because Jared, he's doing the important thing of being a father, and that ain't nothing I'm going to say against that because that's the important thing to do. Though I do see Jared's got that Patrick Mahomes haircut going on right now. And let me just say, I hope what happens to your horses is what happened to Patrick Mahomes earlier this year. Oh, and ultimate, today, we are going to take Iron Honor for Champ Brown, 9.5 by Awas. Scintillating, sexy, tasty. Love what I saw me from some Iron Honor. Iron Honor, better tester, Your Honor. And we're going to take that horse right now in number 7.
Okay, he's got to go. All right, so Iron Honor, if you guys didn't make any of that out, is going to be number 7 for Magic Mike. I got a text from Samich during that whole thing. He goes, "Aren't you glad I let him do this?" No, I'm not. I'm not. So, but anyway, that was Magic. I'm sure he'll be back a little bit later. All right, Shotty and Davey, I see you guys. Try to just bring some sanity to this.
Oh, yeah, that second league championship tasted so good, Magic. It's really fitting that they pick ahead of us again this year. So this will probably be the last time they're ahead of us again. So we'll be going for our third championship and hopefully a two-peat this year.
I love it. I love that. That's good. I agree. That was it was over the top, folks. Let's be honest. He tried too hard, I think, this year.
And Davey, you still have the better mustache. Sorry.
That's true.
Magic.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
He keeps trying, but
all right, guys, who you taking?
Go for it, Davey.
We are going to take Further Ado.
Ooh, okay.
The other spendthrift horse.
Further Ado. Let me ask you this, Dave. Are you kind of surprised this horse fell to 8, or do you think you had a chance?
You know, I was pretty surprised. I was very hopeful that he would fall to us. I liked him. His last race, he was wide the whole time, and he still got the job done. I was really worried we weren't going to get him, but after seeing what has gone before us, I am very happy that we got him.
Yeah, I thought there was no way he was going there to 8, so that's going to be interesting, guys. All right, I appreciate you guys. You guys did a great job. You weren't idiots. It's awesome. Thank you, guys. All right, we had the ass at number 7. Now we get some class with John and Ryan. They're going to come up here with pick number 9. All right. Fellas. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Well, you said you're going to get some class. The problem is with us, I guess it's just third class. Interesting draft already, I think, and we're happy to get a Bob Baffert horse. It's kind of an annual tradition in the Dudes Fantasy Draft, and so we'll take litmus test.
All right, I got to ask you the same question. Are you shocked that you were able to get litmus test at number 9?
We are beyond shocked.
I am too.
We are absolutely. We didn't think there was a prayer. In fact, I texted that exact word to Ryan saying, I don't think we have a prayer to get him. So needless to say, we're very happy. And needless to say, chances are he'll probably be on the sidelines by February.
Usually that's what happens in racing. You feel like, oh, I got away with one there. And then you read the DRF headline a week later and Brad Freese talking about how the horse is sidelined for a few weeks or months.
Might make the Travers.
Well, listen, maybe we'll all go to the Travers this year and see him. How about that?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I think that is very shocking that they are here or that Litmus Test was there at number 9. All right. Another one of my good friends, a good OU guy. He's coming up next with the 10th pick. My buddy. There he is. What's up, Pedlo?
Yo, I'm rocking the Rendered Judgment hat for the late, great Toby Keith. and we'll see if we can be as good as we once were. Put a little less talk and a lot more action into this thing. What do you say?
I love it, dude. I absolutely love it. Red Solo Cup and all, man. Who you guys taking? You guys are new to the league, by the way. Pedlo, Manlow. Who you guys taking?
Well, who was Rendered Judgment's trainer last year?
That would be Kenny McPeak.
Well, we got Cactus Ridge in the background. We got Toby Keith on the hat. I couldn't upload a Kenny McPeak photo because I had hit my max. So let's have a lot of Jack and hit blackout time. How about that?
Blackout time. I like that. I like that a lot. Let me hit that one down for you here. Blackout time. Look, I think he actually would have ran really well if he hadn't had to scratch. And, I know there was controversy over that there at the Breeders' Cup. But, yeah, I like blackout time quite a bit. And I love more that you're representing our boy Toby.
Let's do it.
Curtis, your partner says this horse was named after my antics in college. I believe that, knowing him, don't you?
I think so, man. He was in the Derby with me, and he's a big Ole Miss fan. He saw Jackson Dart walking around, and he fanboyed all over him. He went up to him, got pictures.
Oh wow!
Talked about his shoes. I think he got some lotion on him when he was done. It was sick.
That is kind of gross, but kind of cool at the same time. Jackson Dart fan. That's right. All right, Pedlo. We'll talk to you in a bit. Oh man, that's good. Yeah, no, Curtis Manlow, huge Ole Miss fan and a huge Lane Kiffin fan, I heard as well. So I don't know if that's true or false. All right, we're going to bring Jared. We're going to bring Kevin in here next. 11th pick coming up. What's up, boys? I'm doing the best I can here, Jared. I'm trying to hold it together. How you doing?
You're doing good, but I am giving the. We've been talking about it, but I'm gonna back off here, and I'm gonna give my man Kevin the honors of giving the pick here.
Wow!
Yeah.
Look at you, Kevin.
We're working on teamwork, collaboration this year, and we think that's going to get us from 7th to probably like 6th. So, that's the goal. All right, so
progress.
Going back and forth. Honestly, a lot of these horses, we just don't know anything about them. So we're just going to take a shot with one that's racing this upcoming weekend with Rancho Santa Fe. Try and get some points early to get on the board early and often.
I like that. And this is another Brad Cox horse. You guys, I hate to bring up bad stuff, but okay. I know, Kevin, you really liked Disco Time last year. That turned out, that would have been like, he's a good horse. So maybe Rancho Santa Fe can stay healthy. I like this pick. I think it's a good
undefeated horse, right? I don't think Disco Time is lost, right?
No, has not.
So great pick last year. Just didn't win a lot of them early. So yeah.
No.
If I would have said after that, hey, you know what? He's not going to lose. We're going to come back here next year, and that horse is still not lost. We're like, well, we won the fantasy league. There's no chance we lost that. Horse racing, right? So I like it. I think that's like you said, we have now entered the part of the draft that let's just roll the dice.
Okay, well, guys. You guys aren't my good friends. Kevin said I called everybody good friends. You two are not my good friends, but you are acquaintances. So thank you for the pick. All right, we're going to move on to number 12 here. We got Evil Stevel, my good friend, I should say. Evil Stevel, maybe one of my better friends. Evil Stevel coming up next. All right, Evil, you're on the clock.
All right. Well, in substitution of Kelby tonight, we actually have Mama Evil joining me from Columbia visiting for the holidays. So her first draft. And so if it doesn't go well, I've got somebody to blame. But with our first pick, I don't know why I'm going to do this, but we're going to take a Baffert horse and take Providence.
All right.
Kind of a little bit of a long shot here, but it is into mischief. And we'll see if he actually runs in the spring.
Well, look, he's got a huge pedigree, right? And I think that's the big thing there, a huge pedigree. We'll see what happens with him. He ran okay last time out. I think he's going to get better. So I'm with you on that one. Now, thankfully, we're going to have you for the 13th pick. So you're going to come right back here. By the way, great choice. I'm glad Kelby's not here. I'm glad Evil Mom is here. I don't know if that's right to say. You probably should call her Evil Mom. But anyway, who you got at the 13th pick?
She has her moments.
I don't believe that.
In the 13th pick, Oh, where did he go? I might just have to go with a horse, and I don't know if he's actually going to be running. But did Napoleon Solo get injured?
No, I've got him listed as my number one horse available right now.
All right, let's go Napoleon Solo. That's the one I was looking at, and we'll take Napoleon Solo.
All right,
I
Napoleon.
mean, it's a Chad Summers horse, so who knows with that one? But he's looked good at times.
Yeah, he's looked really good. I mean, he's that last race was super good. I know he hasn't had a work lately, but I do know that there's nothing wrong with him. Like, he's healthy. I think they planned on giving him a little time off. I would imagine you're going to see him back soon. So I like that pick. I did not think he would go in the second round. So I think he got a steal there.
Yeah, he was in the top. He was in your top 5, so we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, and in Chad Summers, you trust. If you can't trust Chad Summers, who can you trust, right?
Something like that.
All right. We'll see you guys here in a bit. Yeah, that is definitely true. All right, we're gonna go back to Jared and Kevin for the 14th. I don't know. Should we, Jared? Do you want me to bring you back in, or should I just take just bring Kevin? Okay. Much better. I like that. I like this view a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a lot better. Honestly, that was way too fast to come back. I don't really know if we have a horse ready, but we're just going to fire from the hip here. So we're going to go with a horse that just ran. So, fresh on everyone's minds. Class President, a Pletcher horse. Just broke his maiden, I think, 2 days ago, maybe.
Yes, and he was up, and I can't remember the horse's name. Boss Dylan was the horse's name. He might get drafted. He was up against a horse everybody was kind of hyping, and Class President kind of just killed him. So
yeah,
I think that's good. It's weird to me, like, you follow it as much as we do. It's like Pletcher, it felt like hasn't had a whole lot, but this year it feels like he's loaded. So
yeah, agreed.
It'll be interesting.
Agreed. Yeah.
All right.
Not much to add. So yeah, quick and simple.
Look, I think it was a good pick. I like it. I like you, and we'll see you later. Okay. All right, let's bring back Pedlo. He's got a wheel back here pretty quick as well. We'll see if he's ready. All right, buddy. You're up.
Well, did y'all miss me yet?
I missed you. I don't know if anybody else did.
Fair enough. All right. Boomer Sooner, Englishman.
Okay. Englishman. This is another maiden winner. Looked pretty good. What did you like about Englishman?
I like the sire.
It is a good sire. I agree. Who is the sire?
Really?
I don't know. No, I have no idea.
Maxfield. It's Maxfield. I'm looking for a Maxfield horse. I want to own one.
Do you really? I think that'd be good. Do you think that's realistic? Like, I don't know how much they go for.
I'm gonna probably wait till they suck just enough for me to afford it.
Yeah, I like that. Maybe Papa Dude and I could get in there with you on that one.
Yeah, let's claim one. Probably around 30, 35, maybe in Arkansas.
Okay, who's training it?
In Arkansas, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Well, we'll bring him to Remington. Who's training at Remington? Who trains for you?
Well, Gustafson.
Oh,
My
yeah.
man.
No, he'll train for us. I like him. He's a good guy. All right.
Austin's a great dude, man.
He is a good guy.
I'm gonna get something down in Houston with him too. So let's roll.
That'll be good. He's very good down there as well.
When are you gonna go to Oaklawn?
It's a good question, man. That's a good question. Soon, I hope. When are you going? Maybe I'll go when you go.
That's what I was waiting on. I'm gonna figure out when you're going. Hey, Render Judgment might run next week, so I might be going next week.
Well, hell, may see you down there. We'll see what happens.
All right.
I like it.
I'll see you in about 20 picks or whatever it is.
All right, man. Sounds good. All right. Englishman off the board here. If you wanted him, too bad. He went to Pedlo and Manlow. All right. We're going to bring John and Ryan back up next. Okay, boys. You're back.
We're back. Well, we're going to stick with the Baffert barn. There's a shocker, isn't it? We're going to go with a horse called Boyd. So we didn't avoid Boyd.
So I'll ask again. I feel like it's a shock he's still available at 16. Do you agree again?
Not as much as litmus test being available at 9. I think a lot of people consider Boyd maybe not to be, a route horse, but I have an inkling from the barn that they think he's a lot more than a sprinter. So that's why we're going to go ahead and take Boyd.
Well, I think that's a good tip to listen to if you got it straight from the barn. So I'm with you on that one. Yeah, Boyd, he looked like he could run longer. He's got a pedigree that says he could run, longer. So I think it's a good pick. I think you guys and myself included have let John and Ryan get 2 good Baffert horses. I think they're the 2 best. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, guys. Yeah, that's true. Like I said, it could be on the shelf tomorrow as well. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's go to Shoddy and Davey next. All right, guys. Who you got? 17.
I think we're going to go with a horse that's actually running this weekend, Universe.
Universe for Kenny McPeak. You like Universe?
Yeah, it's kind of similar to our previous years. Like, it's pretty consistent, finishing in the money. He hasn't really embarrassed himself. He got second in the Jockey Club to Further Ado, our number 1 pick. And then a second to Incredible, who went 3rd. So kind of hoping that we can pick up some points in Arkansas. Because that's seemingly where he's going to be running, hopefully up until the Arkansas Derby.
You know who he kind of reminds me of so far, guys? And this is one of your fantasy horses that was mine, and then I gave him to you guys. Doesn't he have a Red Route 1 feel so far?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Red Route 1, he kind of reminded me of Tistastic, who we had last year, who was kind of a hit the board type also, and then he stole the Louisiana Derby. So we're hoping he could steal something for us.
Yeah, Tistastic. That's another good kind of comparison. Just kind of drop back, try to make one run, pick up the pieces type. He's ran well against some good horses. I think it's a big race for him. I really do. He could win. I mean, it isn't that tough of a field. So I think it's a good pick at number 17. All right. I hate to take you guys away and bring Magic in, but that's what I have to do. Sorry. All right, here we go. Hello.
Aaron, I just got one question for you. So.
Okay.
The man who claims to be John White, is that actually John White? Because he's smoking so much Baffert pole, he might be named Tom Ryan. We are going to take a horse who is a Grade 1 winner in California. And unlike those Bob Baffert horses that are made of Fabergé eggs and glass, we know this horse is going to be intact when it comes to racing every single month. A horse whose trainer at age 62 is a champion bodybuilder. Yes, that's right, a 62-year-old trainer, a champion bodybuilder. He's building his horses up like he builds his arms. He's about to trade in his girlfriend for a new model. Literally, if you check his Instagram, that's why we're going with Intrepid, winner of the Grade 1 American Pharaoh. He's ready to go. And with all that Jeff Mullins, he's coming for you, partner.
All right. Thanks. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that. Great. I think that was great analysis of John White. I thought that was good. That'll be the only time in his life he's been compared to Tom Ryan. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for Intrepido. When are you trading in for a new model yourself? I killed him. All right, he's gone. All right, he's gone. All right, I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist. Okay, we're gonna get going here, and I'm gonna come right back with Geist in his next pick at 19. All right, guys. Geist isn't here today. He's got the pick, though, at 19. This horse, again, I said it in his first round pick, and I'm kind of surprised he's getting this horse in the second round. He's going to go with Brant with his pick here at 19. Brant, a horse that was third in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile for Bob Baffert, so another Bob Baffert runner there for Brant. We'll see what happens with him. Obviously, he got tired in that race. Maybe he doesn't want to go that long. We'll see what happens, but at 19, we're going to go with Brant for Geist. All right. It looks like we've got the doctor, one of the doctors. Do we have two? I don't. Yeah, we do have. We have both of them. And we have Nick. I'm going to bring all three of them in here for the next pick here at number 20. Wow. We've got a
I'm
friend.
working the phones. I'm working the phones. Hold on. We're working on a trade. Dr. Tang's still in his office. Texted him. These guys are look at my phone all day. Been trying to work all day, and these two, all they can do is text. They can't show up on time. Nice to see you guys.
I was here on time, and Aaron did not put me in. I was in the waiting room.
Red lights. I ran 4 red lights to get on.
Wow. And now you're making a baby cry. Good job, Dr.
Sorry.
See, that's why I didn't put you on. You didn't want to be on.
We're taking local knowledge. Fletcher, Gulfstream, Dr. Tang says we have to. We're out of here.
Okay, hold on. Local knowledge. I wasn't even listening. Local knowledge is the horse?
Yep.
Local knowledge.
He's a Fletcher at Gulfstream.
All right.
Fletcher Gulfstream, Yaopan, from Yaopan. We like that.
Okay. Local knowledge. Doc, it's good seeing you. All right. It applies to all 3 of you because Nick is a doc now. Miranda,
Officially.
a doc, and you a doc. I appreciate you running the red lights. You should have drove faster, though.
I can get more patience, right?
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, that's very true. Now you're thinking. All right.
Yeah.
First time in your life. All right.
Yes.
We'll see you guys here in a bit. All right. We're gonna go back to Paul for pick number 21. Yeah, number 21. All right, Paul. Up to 21 here. It's interesting what's happening. What do you like here in this one?
Yeah, I definitely think it's interesting. I think some horses are falling that we're all a little surprised are falling. But again, we said it after Ted Nafi, take your pick, right? It's a real challenge. I'm going to go completely off the board here, and I'm going to take the Japan Dubai route here and go Satono Voyage.
Okay, you're gonna have to. How do I spell this? I don't have this one wrote down.
SATONO, and then Voyage.
So you assume I could spell Voyage? I could do it. I'm really proud
Hey,
of
you
myself.
got it. Good. The nice thing about this horse is it's an Into Mischief is the sire. So bred in Kentucky, purchased by Japan. He's 3 for 4 over there. He's won all the major preps that Forever Young ran. And I think Saudi Derby is up next for him.
So you drafted Forever Young, and even John White was like, that was a great draft or a great pick, right? Do you you love that horse. Do you have the same kind of, I know you said, hey, he's running similar races, but do you have the same kind of feeling about him, or maybe not as much? Let us know.
What I loved about him, because I've seen all of his replays. I actually think he's better bred, because the dam sire is Drosselmeyer, so classic winner, so he's bred to go the distance. His last race, I actually grabbed Monique and I said, hey, you got to watch this, and you could see him, get to the top of the lane, take the lead, and the jockey never asked him. And then another horse came up beside him. You could see the jockey just move his hands, and in an instant, he was away. So what I really like about 2-year-olds, because a lot of 2-year-olds, they get into the lane, they're stumbling all over the place, they're switching leads, can they ever figure it out? This guy's already got it figured out. Now the question is he good enough?
Yeah, that's interesting. I have not watched anything on him, but that is interesting. And listen, you're kind of the Japan expert, so I'll believe it. Now, was Monique as impressed as you were? That's the question.
She's always more impressed than I am. So.
Oh, okay. I would agree. All right. Oh, you said impressed.
I meant that more impressive than I am. That might be it. So
yes, impressive. I think that's the word you're looking for. That's the word I was looking for. So anyway, all right. All right, Paul, with the first Japanese horse taken there at number 21. Let's hope Dan's still with us. I see him. We'll have Dan coming up here with number 22. All right, buddy, you're up. You're still with us. Who are you taking at 22?
I'm going with Liberty National.
Liberty National. Closed up pretty nicely last time out. That's kind of what you saw with Liberty National.
Yeah, Thoroughgrass numbers improved also from his one race to that race. So I think he's on the improve at this point. You're kind of taking a chance on pretty much any of these horses at this point.
You're absolutely right. I think he's got the right trainer too. I mean, he'll keep trying him, and like I said, I think he's going to get better going longer. So that's interesting on the Thoroughgraph number. I didn't know that, so I'm glad you said that. So all right, Liberty National at 22. We'll see you right back here for 27. All right, it's my turn now. I guess I'll play the music first. All right. Well, I'm afraid to take a Bob Baffert horse because of what Magic said about John, but I'm going to take a Bob Baffert horse here. I'm going to take one that ran a pretty good second last time out, too. Magic's horse Intrepido. I'm going to take Desert Gate at number 23. I actually thought this horse would run pretty well in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. Of course, didn't make the race, so that's that's a Bob Baffert for you, right? But I'm going to take Desert Gate at 23. I think he's got a little bit of upside. Like I said, with Baffert's, who knows? Might be on the shelf soon, but I'm taking Desert Gate at 23. All right, we haven't seen Vinny in a long time. I'm glad he stuck around. He's next at 24. You're back.
I know. I'm back, and it's been trying to figure out who I'm gonna pick after 20 something picks.
Yeah.
I am going to go with Rebel Instinct.
Instinct.
I believe it is Chad Brown. I believe it is the half to Gamine, or not Gamine. Is it Gamine?
It's Chad's. I don't know who it's a half to, but it is Chad's.
I forget who the hat. Yeah. I'm gonna go there at 23, and at 24, I am going to go with. I'm gonna go with a Brad Cox trainee, My World.
My World, running this weekend.
Yep. Hopefully he can repeat. He won the Nashua last time out. That field didn't look phenomenal. So I mean, if he wins, great. If he loses, he'll probably be the first one I drop.
Well, look, I think he's gonna. I mean, it's a 5-horse field, right? So somebody's gotta get first, second, and third. Might as well be him. All right. So Rebel Instinct and My World go 24 and 25. All right. Again, I'll see you in like an hour probably. But sounds good. All right, back to me here for pick number 26. Yeah, kind of happy to get this horse. Kind of thought this might happen here at number 26. I'm going to go with the Todd Pletcher trained Courting. I'm going to go Courting here at number 26. This horse is goofier than hell, goofier than magic is how I would describe it. Has some trouble keeping to task, I would say, but the pedigree is amazing. The distance is going to be really, really good. He's ready to run 1.25 miles right now. It's just gonna be a matter of trying to figure it out. If you watch this race in the Rimson, top of the stretch, it looked like he was going to run last. He kind of lost focus. He got back in focus and he took off again. So, he's a work in progress, no doubt about it. But I'm going to go Courting at number 26. All right, back to Dan for 27.
I'm going to go with Boss Dylan.
Boss Dylan. All right, Boss Dylan. He was heavily hyped in the maiden special weight. Didn't run all that well. Why do you like Boss Dylan?
Well, I liked how he was running at the end there. He was flying by horses at the end there, and on the gallop out, he kind of passed everybody, which, I think the longer he goes, the better. And, well, I mean, we'll see. I think he has a good chance to improve.
Yeah, look, he had a lot of hype. I know a few people on this group, I won't name names, Magic, really liked Boss Dylan going into that race, and he didn't look too smart, but sometimes it takes a race or two to get going. So I'm with you. I had that horse wrote down. So Boss Dylan going at number 27. All right, thanks, Dan. We're going to go back now to Paul. I believe it's Paul. Yes, it is Paul for number 28. All right, Paul, back to 28 here. Is there another Japanese horse? Where are you going here?
No, I've already stolen all those points, so we'll move back to the United States and see if we can see if we can steal some more points before we drop this horse. So I'm going to take Balboa, the winner of the Jerome on Saturday. So,
all right, well, Balboa is a horse that I had wrote down that I was going to take. It was either him or Courting there at 26. So, yeah, let's talk about Balboa for just a second. Interesting kind of story with this horse, right? I mean, with Bob Baffert, all the hype, heavily purchased horse, high purchase price, what I'm trying to say, disappoints, then goes to Brittany Russell, now winning again. So, I
don't know whether that horse is just maybe coming into his own, or if he's found the right class is probably right. But but you're right. I mean, he moved to the East Coast, and he's ran really well. He won that race at Laurel. I thought he ran a really good third in the Remsen behind two horses that have already been drafted. And again, what's the risk here? There's only 5 horses in the Jerome. So, I mean, if he breaks out of the gate, he's got a chance to get some points. So,
yep, there you go. Yeah. And look, he's probably going to be the favorite in that race. I don't know if he wins or not, but yeah, I think he'll be the favorite. So he was on my list as well. Didn't think he would be, but the more you look at it, yeah.
Well, I think I told you a week ago I wasn't going to draft the horse, but and that was before only 5 showed up in the Jerome. So.
Yeah. Well, and you lie to me often, so I think you'd probably draft him. All right, Paul. The lying Paul will leave us now for the double D's. What a transition that is, Paul. All right, we'll see you in a bit. All right. Let's see. I don't see Miranda. It looks like we do have Doc or Nick here. All right, I'll just bring him on. We'll see what happens. Okay, I think it's just you, Nick. I don't know that Doc is with us.
Well, he says he is. He's asking me what we're doing anyways, so I just said I got it. Don't worry about it. You just go save some people's lives or something. Do whatever you do with save.
I'm here. Sorry.
Are you in the office, Doc?
No, I'm not. No, I wouldn't do that.
Are you sure?
I wouldn't do that. I did watch a race at a patient's bed that was comatose at one point. This was 4 years ago.
Jesus.
I was on call. I think it was Belmont Stakes, and he was out, and he had to switch the channel. And I had to finish the race up there, so it's okay. It's okay. It's not HIPAA. I didn't give any names out, but
when
I didn't cheer when the horse ran. I mean, I won. I mean, the patient was comatose, so it's okay. He needed something to pick him up anyways, get him through the day. Anyways, that's enough story time for me tonight. Thank you so much.
Oh God. All right. Well, so you guys taking here at number 29.
Go ahead, Nick. Why don't you go?
We're gonna take Commandment. He broke his maiden at Churchill, and he's entered in the Mucho Macho Man this week. And when he loses because he's terrible, we'll drop him. When he wins, I'll feel like I'm smart.
Wins is a good upside, folks. I mean, come on.
Okay, well, all right, Commandment going number 29. I didn't have you, Doc, as the funniest story tonight. I don't know if you can beat that. So
you didn't see that on your bingo card, right, Aaron?
No, I didn't know it wasn't on it, but I'm glad it happened. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you very much, both of you. Always a pleasure, and we'll see you in a bit. Oh God. All right. I gotta compose myself. All right. It looks like it's gonna be Geist up next. So let's see who he likes. All right, Geist is going with a recent winner. It was a winner of the Gunrunner Stakes. He's going to go Chip Honcho. Chip Honcho coming in at number 30. Look, I think an established horse. It wasn't the most impressive win for sure, but an established horse. So guy's going to go here with Chip Honcho at number 30. We're going to bring the man, the myth, the legend, Magic Curtis Callaward, FanDuel TV. He's coming up next. That's right. You can actually see this guy on network television.
Well, I gotta tell you, Mr. Halterman, we're going through some hard times right now. With all respect to Dusty Rhodes, we're going through some hard times because you see, we were gonna draft Commandment, and then he got taken 2 picks ago, and we were gonna take Chip Honcho, but he went to Guy's Paddle. But that's okay, cause the beat goes on, yes sir. The beat goes on. It goes on. It goes on. We're gonna take the horse who had the highest buyer on the entire card when Chip Honcho won the Gun Runner Stakes. Nobody talking about the son of Gun Runner himself. His name is Sock Dollinger, and I respect you trying to spell this horse's name. I will text you how to spell it in just a second. Don't you worry, son. He got an 87 buyer. There were 10. I'm telling you, 10, son. 10 two-year-old races on that card. And he's the only one who was at the very top of the mountain. And that's where we're going on the Magic Mike Show. We're going to the top. And we're going to take Sock Dollinger.
All right. Thank you so much for texting me. Because I would butcher that one for sure. So I appreciate you texting me. Apologies to what I said earlier. And we'll see you back here soon. Okay.
We'll be right here, son. We'll be right here.
Okay. All right. So he's texting me here. I'm going to write this down. Oh, yes. I knew how to spell that. I knew how to spell this one's name. I just missed. Okay. All right. There we go. So Sock Dollinger coming up at 31. All right. Shotty and David coming back up with 32. All right, guys. 30-second pick. Who you got?
So we are going to take the actual good Bob Baffert horse, Butane, second to Ted Noffey.
I wanted that horse, Davey.
I'm sorry. I knew you wanted him, and that's why we had to take him first.
Yeah, well, that was a good. Yeah, that was good. No, I think that's a good pick. I thought he showed a little bit in that hopeful. I did see. I'm sure you guys have seen it too. He is working out. So,
oh yes.
What do you think? Maybe like San Vicente's coming up like the 10th. Do you think maybe that's the spot for him?
I'm hoping so. He's had a lot of good works lately. That last one, it looked really good. Like third of 100 works. So I think he's primed and ready, and the San Vicente would be a great spot.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good spot as well. Yeah, and if people don't remember, second in the hopeful, like you were talking about, and again, who was beating Ted Noffey that day, right? Nobody, and a pretty good debut race as well. I think that's a good one. So Butane going 32. I'm stalling because my mouse died, so I've got it plugged in right now. So I literally can't take you off the screen for a couple seconds.
I'm surprised he fell this far, honestly.
I am too. I thought he would be second round ish. Yeah. So yeah. Well, congratulations. The mouse is working now, so you have to go. But thank you, Butane. Good luck with him. Hope he gets hurt. All right. John and Ryan coming up next year. Let me type this guy out. That's not how you spell that. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Okay, Butane going at 32. John and Ryan next at 33. All right, guys, 33. Who you got?
Well, I'm glad you brought back your mouse from the dead. We are going to take a horse called Decode.
Oh.
He's races for Tom Durant, who's a car dealership guy in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I knew of him when I worked 1 year in media relations at Lone Star Park. He's put a ton of money into this game, and I'd like to really hope he's got a live horse on the Triple Crown Trail. This horse just blew me away with his debut win at Oaklawn, winning in 109 and change. And the way he drew off in the stretch, he's a spikes down at a twirling candy mare. So, who knows how far he'll run. It isn't exactly a pedigree that screams a mile and a quarter, maybe doesn't even scream a mile and an eighth. But a 99 buyer speed figure in your debut screams, you should take me here with the pick at this point in the draft. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to take Decode.
I like that pick. I had that horse wrote down to be, one of my next ones potentially. Didn't even get close, so that didn't matter. But yeah, I like Decode quite a bit. I gotta ask Stillman because I think he loves Decode. What are your thoughts on Decode, Ryan?
If my sister was here, we'd swipe right on him. I think is that's what you're trying to get on here. No, it's awesome.
Jennifer, you swipe right on Decode? She said yes. He's here, just not with you. So, all right, Ryan. Well, that's great. Okay, I got to get away from that one. All right, Decode at 33. I think that's a good pick, guys. So, all right, we'll see you guys in a bit. All right. Magic's rubbing off on me tonight, folks, with these jokes. All right, 34. Pedlo is going to come back with pick number 34. All right, Pedlo, drinking the red solo cup for us there. Pick number 34. You got it ready?
Oh, yeah. I got married in 2015 when American Pharaoh won the Triple Crown. I was on my bachelor party at the Kentucky Derby, having a lot of fun during the day, and I only made it out past 1 a.m. one night. But there is a great pool where if you go into the back of another of their house or whatever that is called, a restaurant maybe, they'll dance on you all day. It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
So we bet on American Pharaoh. We won the Triple Crown. Let's take Mr. AP.
All right, Mr. AP is going to be next here. I like the commentary. That's first off. I do really like the commentary there. Look, I got to ask you a personal question. Okay.
Oh God. My daughter. Oh, by the way, my daughter's watching. Hello, Lennon. Good to see you.
Oh, okay. We'll talk
It's
later.
okay. No,
I'll
ask me a personal question. It's fine.
I'll hit you up later with it. I'll hit you up later. All right. A lot of laughter in the background. It'll be interesting to see who informs who first of what just happened. All right, at number 35 to Jared and Kevin. We'll see what they have to say at 35. Hey guys, how's it going?
I'm just glad it wasn't me this year. So
we don't judge. Hey, we don't.
That's what I'm saying. I can't say anything, but I'm just glad it wasn't me.
I mean, we're trying to make sure our horses have 4 legs over here. We're texting back and forth, firing off. We don't even know what we're doing over here. So, yeah.
Well, let's see if you guys can pick one that has 4 legs. That's tough sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Well, so the only thing better than 1 Cox is 2 Cox. So we're gonna go and pick Confessional, the maiden winner. I think he's racing on the Saturday card on the undercard of the Mucho Macho Man. So.
Yes, Confessional. I think it may be the day before.
Is it the day before? Okay, yeah.
It's that allowance. That allowance race is the day before. Yeah. That's a good race. I handicapped that one. I guess you guys kind of like him to win that one too. I kind of think that's gonna be my pick.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, well, guys, I think he's got 4 legs. I think he's running this weekend, so I think it's all good. Now it's day by day, I know, but I think it's a good pick, guys. So as always, appreciate you both. Love the laughter. We'll see you here in a bit for the next one. All right, let's go to Kelby. Well, not Kelby. Who knows where Kelby's at these days? Let's go to Evil Stevel here. He's going to give us a couple picks. All right, Evil. Pressure's on.
All right. We're gonna go with another Baffert horse. Out of Not This Time. Good ownership group, and had Flavian riding the last time. Cherokee Nation.
Cherokee. Oh my gosh. Okay, Cherokee Nation. What do you like about him?
Well, like I said, he's $1 million horse at auction. He's out of Not This Time, who's been doing well. And he had Flavian last time he was in the saddle. So those are all good signs to me.
Yeah, thank you, Davey, for telling me how to spell it there. I was struggling with that one. So Cherokee Nation, I agree. Anytime you have Flavian Pratt aboard, that's always a good sign as well. All right, well, you're up again for 37. Who you got this time?
All right. Well, I watched your I watched your video today, and I'm going to go with Epic Summer.
Epic Summer. I like this horse. Yeah.
So Paul and I will be going head to head, I guess, this weekend, and see how we do. But yeah, I mean, out of Vacoma, George Weaver, solid trainer, and we'll see if we can't get some points early.
I thought he was really impressive. I went back, obviously you watched video. I went back and watched that maiden. I picked this horse to win the race, right? So I went back and watched that maiden. I thought he was pretty good. I think he could get better too. So yeah. All right. Good. Kind of a good race to try to win too, right? It's not too tough. So I like them both. All right. Epic.
Only 5 horses. I got a chance to at least get 1 point.
That's right. That's right. All right. Epic Summer at 37. All right. Who's up next here? We're going to go. Oh, it's back to Jared and Kevin, my two good friends, Jared and Kevin, coming up next. All right, guys. I'm very curious here. I think the world is waiting. 38. Will it be a filly?
Not yet. Last year was cute. Then this year it's like, no, I can't do that.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Cherokee Nation was a horse that we were tossing around. Kind of felt like we needed to go in the Baffert kind of department at some point. There's like 1,000 to pick from. Half of them won't start. Half of them will start once. You'll never see again. And then you might get lucky with one. And so that's kind of what we're doing. So Cherokee Nation's gone. We're between a few. I'll give it to Kevin.
Okay, so I was hoping you were not going to pass it over to me because we were texting and we didn't confirm. So I'm gonna
you go Blacks. I'll just say we're between Blacksmith and Providence.
And Providence has been drafted, so
so
it's got to be Blacksmith.
There's Blacksmith.
Yeah.
Where was he drafted? I didn't see it.
He was number 12.
I leave the room after our draft, so.
Well, we loved him in the 4th round, so glad he went.
Totally, no wonder. Hey, to be
that.
fair, my partner, who's been in here the whole time, did not tell me he'd been drafted.
Listen, there's a lot going on. There's people picking horses that are not even racing anymore. There's Dr. Tang's story. I can't focus. So
again, the Doc story was
one
10
job,
out of 10
Kevin.
incredible.
One job.
I was crying in that story. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So,
I guess
all right.
Watch the doctor. What happened? Give me the clip notes. What happened?
Maybe a medical violation. If I give you the clip notes, you may have to go back and listen. I don't know that I can repeat what happened. I think only he can say it. So I'm sorry, but just rewind it a bit. It's worth going back to listen to. I think so. All right. I got to get Pedlo back in here, boys. So I'll see you guys later. All right. Back to Pedlo here. He's going to come up here with the 39th pick. All right, Pedlo, back at 39. Who you got? Uh-oh. Think you're muted. Hold on. There you go.
Seems like we made a mistake, huh?
It's maybe a little bit. Just a little bit of one. Yeah, I didn't have the
I worked that horse up so hard he got hurt.
That's right.
Dang, that's too bad. Well, we can all have hope, and we'll go with Oscar's hope.
Okay, Oscar's hope. Now, I got good news for you. This one is not hurt, at least not right now. Seems to be doing just fine. So, all right, Oscar's.
Yeah, just so you know, this was not the horse I wanted, but the horse I wanted has the same issue maybe that Mr. AP has, so we can't do that twice.
Well, you probably don't want to tell who you wanted, though, just in case.
Yeah, I have one question, though.
Okay.
When's the last time somebody had all 4 horses in the Derby?
Well, never. I don't think that's ever happened.
Okay, so we're okay missing one. That's fine.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, we've drafted fillies. We've drafted.
Yeah. I think we're going to be all right.
Well, listen, and it's a great time to draft one that's like Mr. AP because it's free to exchange them now, right? So
there we go.
Yeah.
And like I said, if he doesn't start till March, he'll be fresh.
Well, hell, he may win the Belmont. Forget about the Derby. You're targeting the Belmont with him.
There we go. Let's go. That was our strategy, Aaron. That's what we were doing. We were like, man, let's think long term here.
Yep. Well, because you're playing chess, everybody else playing checkers, right?
Yeah, I'm drinking.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right. We'll get you out of here. That's very good. All right. Number 40. Number 40 here. John and Ryan coming up next. All right, guys. I don't know why some things just make me laugh. Like, yeah, I'm drinking. This made me laugh hard. All right, guys. Number 40. Who you taking?
Well, we'll take a horse who's supposed to be running this weekend, is entered in the Jerome. We'll take Enforced Agenda. We heard earlier how nice it is when you have Pratt riding, and we have Pratt riding, so that's good right out of the box. This horse was a debut winner at Aqueduct, and his final time was 1:35 and change. His final time was 2 seconds faster than My World, who is going to be one of the favorites for this race for sure, and already has been drafted. And My World got a 79 buyer running 2 seconds slower. Our horse got a 74. So as you know, Aaron, when you've talked about the buyers, sometimes we see sometimes these debuts where they get jumped 10 points when they look back on them and that type of thing. And you would say, well, you know, they take into account how slow the track is or how fast the track is. Well, you look at the racing form speed variant, and it was a 14 for Enforced Agenda, and it was a 16 for My World. That's not that big a difference. That doesn't make 2 seconds worth of difference to have a buyer 5 points higher than our horse. So I'm going off the raw time, and that's something else we can't even trust these days in racing. As I've said many times, we can put rovers on Mars, but we can't time a horse race accurately. I mean, how many times have we seen even a few years ago at Keeneland, they had all the times screwed up, including the Classic. So how embarrassing is this for a sport who wants to feel it's a major sport? We get records broken that we don't even know they're a record until 2 weeks later, or sometimes they don't even know the record was broken. They'll go, hey, you know what? This was a record. How about that 2 weeks ago? So sometimes this sport can be quite embarrassing, but sometimes that can play into your advantage because people focus on the speed figures. And if you can feel that a speed figure is off, either too high or too low, and that's not going to help drive betting to Enforced Agenda, because a 74 buyer is not going to really gain any attention. The 79 for My World certainly will gain some attention in this. Balboa got an 80 last time, a 78 before. But as far as I'm concerned, based on that final time, it's not like it's a different track or something. It's the same track, 1 mile around one turn at Aqueduct, for Pete's sakes. So we'll take Enforced Agenda. Pickings are kind of slim by the time we get down here into the 40s. So we'll go ahead and roll the dice because this year claiming is free.
That's right. And that's good news for you guys more than any other team for sure. I'll say this: Enforced Agenda, let's pretend that the buyers are 100% accurate, which they aren't, but let's pretend they are. It still was a debut race. He should move forward off of that race. And so,
and it was a 1 mile.
Exactly. He's my pick to win. So that means he'll not win. But you know, I do kind of like your thought process on that one. Ryan, I have a question for you. I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. Should I do more sister jokes or cut those out? What do you think?
Well, I think what we need to do is, if you're watching this live and you want to see my sister swiping this year on Blinkers Off, let us know in the comments. We'll bring it back.
I will comment yes to that. All right, we will go on to the next one here. We'll go on to Shotty and Davey here. Shout out to my girl Jennifer Stillman. All right, let's go to Shotty and Davey, pick 41. All right, boys and girls, who we got?
Make that another +1. I want to see that. So with our 4th pick, we're going to take a horse named Bravaro. Recently, he finished last in the Sleepy Hollow, first in the Sleepy Hollow, that is. And he's targeting the Holy Bull. So I know it's kind of like, you know, Ted Noffey is probably going to be Florida circuit. So it's like, ooh, maybe you shouldn't pick a Florida horse if you're wanting to be strategic in the league. But I think he looked pretty good last out, and I would like to see him stretch out. So
you said it's Bravaro, Brovaro?
Bravaro.
BRAD, what was it?
Nope. B.
All right. One letter at a time. Here we go. B.
R. A. V. A. R. O.
Bravaro. Okay, got it. No, I didn't have this one on my list. So I was like, where is he? I don't have him. Okay. Yeah. I listen. I don't know anything about this horse, so I can't make any comments. But good luck.
Fair enough.
Okay. All right. Let's see what Magic has got cooking here. He's coming up here with the 42nd pick.
Yes, sir. We're here in the fourth round. It's been a tough one, hasn't it? Yeah, some of the horses we like, they've been gone too early. Some of the horses we like, they're still sticking around. And of course, we've got somebody picking a dead horse. But that's okay because it just means we're going to benefit from that. We are going to take a horse who is a recent maiden winner. He's a half sibling to a horse who earned a ton of points back in 2021. The winner of the Smarty Jones Stakes, second in the Arkansas Derby. His name was Cattle River. We're taking his baby brother. His name is Waymark. That's right. Waymark. We're going to go way to the top.
All right. Waymark at 42. Yeah, dead horse. He's not dead, Magic. He's not. Mr. AP is alive. Come on.
And you've been asking Michael Olsen, haven't you? Ask him, how's that working out for you? Every time Michael Olsen says a horse is still alive, I saw that horse on the backside. Oh, by the way, here's the $2,000 I owe you, Sylvia. Oh, hang on, here's my cab. Gotta go by.
Okay. That was maybe the best yet. For those who know, you know. All right, so they're going to take Waymark there. They're going to take Waymark there at 40. I say they. Listen, I don't think Samich is taking any responsibility for this. So, all right, Waymark at 42. We will go to Geist now. Geist will draft at 43. All right, guys, here at number 43, and he's going to go with a horse that I may have taken. He's going to go with Express Kid. Express Kid, the winner of the Remington Park Springboard Mile, will go to Geist at number 43. It was a huge long shot that day. Second biggest price ever to win the Springboard Mile, behind Texas Bling, who nosed out Will Take Charge back in the day. So Express Kid at 43 for Geist. Like I said, Remington Park Springboard Mile winner, I would probably take him if he was available. So there you go, at 43. All right, Double D's coming up here. It's going to be fun. We're going to see what happens here. Double D's coming up at 44. So what I just realized is, okay, it's a Double D's, but we have no female representation. So it's like, here come the Double D's, and it's two guys. So it's kind of weird. But okay, what do you got? What is that, Doc?
Miranda's breastfeeding, so she has probably more than Double D's tonight.
Okay.
I texted you said that I'd be funnier than both of them, and I'm clearly wrong here. I didn't know that Dr. Tang was the funniest man in the room. Who knew?
I mean, he's funny, but not this funny usually.
There's no alcohol either, crying out loud.
Well, I know, and that's what is really surprising. There's so many things I could say, but I can't. I'll get in so much trouble.
I had to show my belt off because Magic has a belt too. So
what is that? What belt is that?
This is the King of the Turf belt.
Wow. Well, that has a belt that actually has meaning. Magic's
2024, the King of the Turf. I don't know what Magic's wearing.
Magic is a hand, like he made it himself for himself to have. So nobody gave that to him.
Yeah, he's probably compensating for something else either too. So let's move on. All right, Nick, give the pick.
We're doing White Tiger.
Yes.
He is another Brad Cox. One is broke his maiden at Churchill, and he's working out at Florida. And Dr. Tang loves Florida horses. So he says, which horses are running in Florida? I say White Tiger. He says Florida. I say yes.
Okay, I like that. White Tiger for Brad Cox. Is that how many Cox horses do you guys have now?
I think all of them.
Yeah, you guys have a lot.
Nick may have a thing for Brad Cox. My bad. They let me GM this year. That was their fault.
Well, I mean, listen, that is their fault completely. You're right. You didn't ask for this job. I doubt you're getting paid for it. So
Wait, there's money involved. Hold on a second.
Yeah, and there's another, there's a Cox jokes I could make. I could make it towards Miranda. I can make it towards Doc. I'll just leave it alone though. I'll just leave it alone. Okay. All right. We'll do that. All right. Thanks, guys. Never a dull moment with those two. All right. We'll see if Paul can match the action here. He's coming back with 45. All right, you've got a lot to live up to. It's been a circus since the last time you've been on the air, Paul. But all right, who are you taking at 45?
Well, I'm going to try and bring this thing back into reality here. You've obviously had the pleasure of meeting my wife, the real Double D's. And she's looking at my draft board over my shoulder, and she says, "I like this horse," which means, if I want to stay happily married, that's the horse that I draft. So I'm going to take Schoolyard Superman.
Schoolyard Superman. Okay. If I could type. Okay. So I don't have this horse wrote down. Who is
so
this
he's
horse?
Chad Brown.
Okay.
Just broke his maiden last race. Practical Joke, which doesn't scream distance, but tis now, is the dam sire. Actually, the horse actually fell in his first start. So scratch that. And he ran second to Epic Summer, which has already been drafted in his maiden race, and then won his last race. So he's working out. I think, I'm gonna tell you right now, I think Chad Brown is loaded this year. He's known for turf, but he's put up some impressive Derby runners in the last few years, and he's got a ton of them pointed towards the Derby this year.
Yeah, he does. I feel like Chad and Todd Pletcher both are, I don't know, they feel like they've got a bunch hit now. How they materialize, we'll see. But yeah, Schoolyard Superman, this is one I have to look up. I didn't have this one, so I'm very intrigued. All right, Schoolyard Superman. Listen, are you going to blame your wife when this one doesn't work out? That's the question.
Again, multiple years of marriage, I've learned that never happens. So.
All right, that's good. That's very good. All right, Paul, thank you very much. There's Schoolyard Superman. I'll get him off the air before he gets in any more trouble. All right, let's go bring a guy that would never say something like that back. Let's or out loud, I should say. Let's go with Dan with the 46th pick. All right, Dan.
I'm gonna go with Jackson Hole.
Jackson Hole. We were just talking about Pletcher and Brown. Jackson Hole, a recent main special weight winner for Todd Pletcher. You liked the debut, I'm guessing, from Jackson Hole.
Yep, and he's healthy. He worked on the 27th of December, so he's alive.
Yeah, that's always a good start. I'm with you on that one. All right, Jackson Hole coming in at 46. All right. That means, oh shit, that means it's me at 47. Am I ready? Yeah, I think I'm ready. Okay. All right, yeah, I'm going to go with Stop the Car here for this pick. I think this is a decent enough horse to take in the fourth round. A couple of nice races, working out consistently right now. I believe it was at Fairgrounds when I was checking it out. So I'm going to Stop the Car at 47. I wouldn't call this like a flashy horse so far, but solid in both the races so far. So Stop the Car for me at 47. Let's go to Vinny. He's going to come back next. This is the last time we'll see him at 48 and 49. All right, Vinny, 48 and 49. Who you got?
Yeah. Well, I'm struggling a bit because I had three horses that I thought were gonna fall to me just went. So that kind of sucked. But I am going to take, what am I, 48 here?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I just X'd out of my thing. I am going to take Mob.
Ooh.
At 48. And I know the next horse isn't working yet, but he was super hyped on debut, so I'm hoping he comes back. Golden Tornado for wow, I'm blanking on the trainer for Gargan. Was very hyped on debut. Has not done anything since, but for a 5th round pick, we figured it was worth it if the horse lives up to the hype.
Yeah, Mob, first of all, I'll comment on him. I had him, I was between Stop the Car and Mob. So yeah, we were in the right, we were kind of in the same thought process. The Golden Tornado horse is interesting because I was doing my research and I was like, ooh, I remember that horse. And then it's like, you look and it's like no work. So go ahead.
Right, no works. I can't find anything on him. I mean, if he's hurt, and I didn't see it. But I mean, I probably looked for like 20 minutes to see like what was wrong with him, why he hasn't worked, and nothing. So maybe I'm hoping they're just waiting and he'll come back in the he'll come back in like February, but who knows?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I do think he's very interesting. I kind of like that. I kind of would like to see him back on the track, but yeah, in the 5th round, hell, why not take a shot?
Yeah, that was it was either that or I went with the Aiden O'Brien horse. So yeah. I took a shot with a dirt horse.
I'd go Golden Tornado. Yeah, I think we've learned our lesson there. All right, Vinny. Well, thanks for coming on this year, and
thank
good
you.
luck. Hopefully, Ted Noffey does it for you.
Hopefully.
All right. All right. So Vinny's done there. Let's see. I'm going to go here at 50. Gosh, I got to make a decision. All right, here we go. Yeah, number 50. I'm between a couple. You kind of want to take kind of a mascot, so to speak. You kind of want to take a horse that can kind of, you like to root for. But I also don't want to steal that horse from somebody else that might have some interest. So if this this horse isn't taken at number 60, I'm going to be really pissed. So I'm going to leave him for you guys and be a gentleman. At number 50, I am going to go with Boca Beach Club. Boca Beach Club. We'll see what happens with this. You're getting slim pickings at this point. See if this horse does anything this weekend. Boca Beach Club for me at number 50. Just kind of one I had on the list there. So we'll see what happens with him. All right. 51. We're going back to Dan. Okay, Dan, you made it all the way through, man. Last pick. Who you got?
I'm going to go with Remember Mamba. I believe it's a turf horse, but I think he'll still collect points. At this point, I'm just looking for a horse that'll get some wins and get points.
All right. And Remember Mamba drafted there. Yeah, not a bad horse there. I like it, Dan. All right. Listen, be careful up there. Hopefully you get power back soon. And like I say, stay warm. Be careful.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for having me. Thanks, guys.
Yep. We'll see you, buddy. All right, that was Dan Trooper coming in here and just sticking through the whole draft. Gotta love that. Remember Mamba at 51. All right, Paul. Paul at 52 next. All right, Paul back at 52. Paul, just why I'm laughing. Paul sends me commentary of things as we go through the draft there. So, all right, 52, Paul. Who you got?
Well, first of all, I just want to acknowledge, the dictator and his efforts to continually change up the scoring. And sharp people will obviously really zero in on the scoring and understand how to win this game. So want to say thank you first and foremost before I make my last selection here.
You're welcome.
I'm going to go with Sleeping on Freedom, who is running on Saturday. Will probably be dropped the following Monday, but he's running on Saturday. Should at least collect 1 point when he breaks from the gate, but I was on Twitter the other day and I hate it as much as you do, but I saw something funny. I just wanted to mention it real quick. So somebody was bantering back and forth with Kenny McPeak. He's on Twitter a ton, and somebody said, "Hey, you got a ton of horses on the Derby Trail this year." And he's like, "Yeah, you're right." And he started off with Sleeping on Freedom and mentioned another horse. And then somebody further in the comments said, "Yeah, but you also have Blackout Time." He goes, "Oh yeah, that's right. We also have Blackout Time." So, either Kenny was, hopped up on something and mentioned Sleeping on Freedom first, or he really likes this horse. Who knows? But he'll at least get me some points on Saturday, and we'll see from there.
Yeah, it's interesting. It kind of makes me think, something wrong with blackout time. That's kind of, I don't know. Maybe he just forgot about him. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah, that is interesting. Sleeping on freedom. Hey, McPeak's got like 20 horses. I feel like running this weekend, so some of them have got to run well. I have a feeling.
They have to. And at least this one's going to get me points. So
that's right. That's absolutely right. All right, Paul, as always, thanks for joining us. The sound logical mind, you and John White of the group. So we appreciate it very much. All right. Speaking of sound and logical, if you can't think of sound and logical and not think of a couple of doctors, I don't know what you can think of really. So we're going to bring them back in for their last pick. All right, guys, there's more cocks out there. It's just a matter of if you guys want to tackle them here.
I don't know if there are anymore. I think we've taken them all. We also took a Pletcher for the record. There is a Pletcher in there because he runs a Gulfstream. So Dr. Tang said he had to go take care of children, so he didn't care what we did here.
No,
so
I'm here. I'm here.
I know, but you weren't paying attention. So he said,
I just wanted to be here for the whole show. I mean,
go pick your Oakland horse. Make sure you get an
job. I know. Go for it.
We're going to pick a horse that's running at Oakland because there's nothing better than running at Oakland because I couldn't convince myself to pick somebody running at Turfway. So we're going with the Florida bred Strategic Risk, who's entered in the Smarty Jones this weekend. He has a very fast time form figure where he won by 9 lengths in a Florida sired race, but that's okay. He ran it. He still ran fast. So we'll take Strategic Risk, and it's the last round. At least I didn't pick one that didn't have a name yet.
That's right. Yeah, I was surprised he wasn't in the Mucho Macho Man. Maybe they just wanted the 2 turns. You think that's what it was, Nick? I don't know.
I knew this horse existed as about 23 seconds ago, and and I was like, oh, okay, this one works.
Well, I appreciate the honesty. As we learned, doctors are very honest, if not anything else. We did learn that. So
Honesty is the best policy. Come on, guys.
I would agree with that. I think that's well said. I think that's a good way for you to end the show in your version or your appearance on the show. Is honesty is the best policy. All right, guys, thanks a lot. It was a blast this year, as always. All right, see you, buddy. All right, we're gonna go with you guys next with the 50. Where are we at? 54th pick with 2 guys. All right, here, guys, with the 54th pick, he's going to go with Big Dom. Big Dom, a horse that was pretty good on debut. Hasn't ran that bad, really, but just hasn't maybe lived up to that first race. But a horse that's shown some potential. Big Dom, I like this pick for Geis. So he will go with Big Dom at number 54. From Big Dom to the Big Dummy, we're going to go with Magic coming up here with pick number 55.
Oh, yeah, Dr. Tang, he likes to make his comments. You know who paid for this? Fucking all of you did. That's right. That's 1 F-bomb, motherfuckers. That's 2. That's right. All of you with your entry fees paid for this right here. Now, I got to say, Dr. Tang, I respect the work you're doing. You're out there trying to cure cancer, and I appreciate that. But if you're waiting for my comeback, well, guess what? You can scrape it off your wife's face. For the 5th round, we are going to go ahead and take Golden Tempo for Cherie DeVoe. You can throw whatever you want at her. You can throw any kind of a favorite Brad Cox horse. You can throw any kind of a Brendan Wallace horse. You can throw a pot hot coffee at her. But Cherie DeVoe is always going to come out on top. Golden Tempo. And that's it from Magic. Peace and fuck you, dictator.
All right. Well, that was good. Yeah, that was pretty graphic, that last comment, or a couple comments there. I guess not the last one. So, all right, little hidden meanings there with that throwing coffee on somebody's face as well. So that little bit of everything from Magic this year. A great performance. One of the best performances I think he's ever had. I hate to admit it, but he was excellent this year. A couple of more excellent people. That's Shoddy Davy. They're coming up next at 56. All right, guys, you don't have to listen to Magic anymore. You can just relax. Pick 56. Who you got?
I wish we could have had a screen grab of everyone's like, oh, it's just great. Anyway, Davey.
I want to start out by saying I can't believe I couldn't draft the Springboard Mile winner in the 5th round. It kind of breaks my heart that we couldn't take him at the very end, but it is what it is, I guess. You know, he's no Cole Battle, but it's a little sad.
It was disappointing for me as well. I kind of wanted him in the last round.
It's kind of fitting that, Magic just went on about Cherie DeVoe, because we're actually going to be taking a Cherie DeVoe horse as well. His name is Mesquite.
Ooh, so I'm not on Twitter, obviously. Does anybody know what happened? Why did he scratch?
I didn't actually see why. I kind of think after watching his maiden win, he's just going to eat up more ground. I'm kind of thinking long term, like Belmont maybe with this horse, but I didn't see why he scratched. So
yeah, I didn't either. I liked him in that race. That was kind of my. I mean, that was kind of I was I watched him close. And I was like, damn, that's a really good horse. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know what happened there. And then you watch that race. It's like, yeah, he could have won that race, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
sure. All right. I thank you, David. See, I had it right. I had it right this time. I got it right this time. That just didn't look right when I typed that out, Davey. But thank you for. I literally have this horse on my list, and I was like, I'm not spelling that right. Okay, so Mesquite at 56. Yeah, I'm excited to kind of see him run back. Cherie DeVoe at 55 and 56. How about that? That's nice. So, all right, let's bring in John and Ryan. All right, guys. 4 to go. Who you got?
Well, first of all, I would like to compliment the dictator for the job he does running this league. I mean, the reason I'm going to take time to say that, I ran a horse racing fantasy league for 24 years, and it wasn't a Triple Crown league. It was from the first week of November, starting on Thanksgiving, not the first week, but starting on Thanksgiving. We drafted the Monday before Thanksgiving, and it ran through the Breeders' Cup, and it was all divisions. It isn't like a Triple Crown league. And I'm telling you, there was no thing to run it that I could plug it in and get all the I had to do all the work, do all the draft. The draft took an entire day for us because there were more teams and there were more horses. We had 8 horses per stable. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I'm saying it takes a lot of work, and the dictator, he's continued to try to tweak the points and things. And, Aaron, you just deserve a lot of credit for running this league. Look at the job you've done, how popular it is. I'm glad that you said you're going to keep it capped at 12, though, because drafting 63-year-olds is a bit of a tall task at this time of the year. We haven't even swung into the new year. And as evidenced by people who are kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel here. But really, thanks for the job you do.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's you're right. It's not like fantasy football where there's an app and everything just runs itself.
There's no app.
Yo, we're kind of on an island. If we want to do it, we kind of got to invent it ourselves. So I think this will be the best year because I think it was a little bit too punishing. If you get a horse hurt, it's got to cost you points. So I think hopefully, I guess I should say that this is the best year yet. But I appreciate you saying that.
Well, I'll be shocked if there isn't a tremendous increase in the amount of shakes when they don't cost anything. We were bold enough to spend the points, but now, there's going to be shakes galore, I would have to think now, because what is the downside? There is no downside. So, yeah. And considering once we got, you heard so many people in the draft say, once you got past Ted Nafi, it's all kind of, you could shuffle the deck, and it's, I think Paladin was the solid second horse, but I don't think he towered over the rest of them as much as Ted Nafi does over everybody.
Yep.
And of course, anything can happen anyway. So if Ted Nafi does something happen to him, this thing is wide open, no question about it. So I will say though, and I've talked about this in past drafts of yours, but I look at my first page and every horse was taken that I have on it. My second page, every horse taken. My third page, every horse taken. My fourth page, every horse taken. The fifth page, every horse but one. And the next page, every horse but 2. So that's how sharp the people are in this league. It's believe me, In the early days of the horse racing league I ran before I became commissioner, we had a commissioner that let everybody in the world in, and we had like 20 teams, and half of them didn't even pay any attention. And it made it to where you could get pretty easily some good horses. There's no riff-raff here. This is tight from top to bottom. And it makes the fact that if you win this thing, you know what? You've earned it against some very tough competition. So my compliments to all of our opponents in this league, all of them, because as I just pointed out, how well they did drafting, that we were literally on the same pages. So all that said, with our final pick, this is the first time I've ever done this in your league. And we are going to take an unnamed horse.
Oh, okay. Who is it?
It's a horse by Curlin out of Marion, M-A-R-O-N, Marion, M-A-R-I-O-N, Ravenwood.
Oh, hold on.
And that's all one word, Ravenwood. And she's by AP Indy. So this is a Curlin out of Marion Ravenwood who has 3 workouts at Palm Beach Downs and is trained by Todd Pletcher.
Okay.
And this happens to be a full brother to a filly that was pretty decent. I mean, she could run a little. Her name was Nest.
Yeah, not bad there at all. that is pretty darn good. I love it. This is our first one that's unnamed as well. Spell the first name of the dam one more time. I'm sorry.
M-A-R-I-O-N.
O-N. Got it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it's a Curlin out of Marion Ravenwood.
Correct.
Okay.
Which you can also get if you bring up Nest's pedigree, it'll match.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe I should just put sister to Nest. That's what I'm going to do that. Let's do that. Sister to
brother to Nest.
I'm saying brother. Well, Nest, maybe. Yeah. That's a very good point because we had fillies drafted before. So brother to Nest. I'm glad you said that. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see what happens here. I'm excited to kind of check out this horse. Obviously, I don't know much about it. Any final thoughts, Ryan, before we get off the air? Nest, a fabulous filly, kind of like your sister's, what I was thinking.
I mean, how do you top that comment? I'll say this. What's incredible is, John's played in these leagues before and done all this. When he co-signs this league, like, listen to these horses. If you guys are interested in placing future bets and doing all these things, incredible work. It's just, this is not just, I mean, it's fun because we're all going to play fantasy in it. But if you're out there and you love racing, gosh, these are like gems, guys. I mean, we found them. And even Aaron, I just want to say one last thing. There have been horses taken in this draft that we've laughed about, that have gone on to break records. Wolfie's Dynaghost. I remember when someone drafted that horse, and we were like, who's that? Vino Rosso. Look for these names, guys. Get ready, and hopefully you can cash big. That's the real fun of it for you guys watching at home.
Yeah.
Well,
Wolfie's
look at Paul with Forever Young. I'm going to tell you, that's one of the greatest draft picks you're ever going to see in this league, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, it was a really good pick. Wolfie's Dynaghost, it wasn't maybe the greatest pick for this league, but look how good that horse is still running. And, down at Gulfstream, that horse will probably be, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 1 when we're running the Pegasus World Cup turf here in a few weeks. So, I'm with you. It's been good. Disco Time was a horse last year, got drafted by Jared and Kevin. That's a really good horse. Just didn't work out the time. So, all right, guys, thanks as always. We're going to get this thing done. We're going to wind it up here with 58, 59, and 60. See you guys. All right, let's bring Pedlo back for one more here. I cut myself off even there. I'm getting tired. All right, Pedlo, who you got?
Whose time is it? Well, I'll tell you this real quick. Mint juleps are a terrible drink. But somehow on Derby Day, they're perfect. So that's horse racing in a nutshell. Things shouldn't work, but sometimes they just absolutely do. So whether we're kicking and screaming, whatever we're doing in our barns, Baffert, when Tom Ryan strokes his pole, he just shoots out winners, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Isn't that what Magic said?
I think he said something like that. Yeah.
I thought he said it. He mentioned it once on FanDuel, I believe. So when you're just stroking a guy's pole and he's shooting out winners, have you seen that guy on Twitter who's got 6 of the prettiest daughters you ever seen?
No,
You
I
can,
haven't.
you can say no. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. So there's like this dude that is, yeah, I do, Davey. Yeah. There's this dude on Twitter that just has all these daughters that you can't even pick out who his wife and his kids are. Well, that's got to be Baffert, dude. That guy just keeps popping them out. Winner, chicken dinner, boom. So it's not our time today, but it will be Newton's that first Saturday in May.
Okay. So the horse is named Newton?
Yeah, isn't that the horse that kicked got scratched this weekend?
Oh yeah. I got you. Okay, I was like, I don't know who this is. Yeah, you're right.
How could you possibly have gotten lost in all that conversation?
I was very lost in all of it. The Tom Ryan stuff I understood, but after that I was like, what? What's happening?
Well, that might be a problem. You might want to check into that.
That's good advice. That is good advice. Hopefully he's listening.
Well, goon
All
all
right,
day.
man.
I'll see y'all later.
All right, we'll see you, buddy. Thank you for joining us this year. All right, 2 to go. All right, I don't see Jared. We're going to bring Kevin in for this last one. All right, you're back.
All right.
Second to last pick, I should say. Who you got at 59?
Listen, I got to say, we have some nice people in here. I mean, John, Ryan, they're probably too nice to be in this draft, saying all those nice things, because I was getting ready to say a bunch of mean, nasty things about you, but, I'll withhold them for now. So we don't have a horse that we like. We just want to get one that's going to be running this weekend that we can dump when he ends up finishing, 6th or 7th. So Silent Tactic shipping in from Woodbine for Cassie. Let's see what he can do on the dirt and roll the dice.
Yeah, I thought that horse was very interesting. He's not bad, and the pedigree's there. So I'm with you. Like I could see him running like 6th. I could see him winning too. I don't think it's that bad. All right. Well, listen, just save all the mean things for the VSiN chats where nobody knows that you're trolling me, and I get a call going, "Hey, who is this guy? And do we have a problem here?" Just
I'm
save
a
it
walking
for that.
our nightmare. Yeah. So, all right, and go Blues.
All right, well, 2-2 into 2 here. I do have it on the screen here next to me. So we'll see what happens in the third. All right, thanks, man. All right, last one. I do thank God you're here, Kelby, because you better pick. If you don't pick this horse, Kelby, I'm going to be super pissy. All right, here we go. Pick 60. Here we go. All right, Kelby, you're here. I didn't take this horse. You better take him at number 60. Who you picking? Hello? Kelby, can you hear us? Okay.
Aaron, I've got the pick if you need it.
All right, let's take him off real quick. Hold on. Let's give him one more chance because this is set up to work perfectly.
You were very kind to us.
I have no problem you giving the pick, but I want him to give it. But we'll give him one more chance. All right. Kelby, can you hear us? Okay. All right, Steve, give us a pick. Who's picking at number 60?
This is the Brock Purdy pick of this year's draft.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you very much for our mascot pick. We're going to go with 54-yarder and Kelly Von Himmel racing down at Oaklawn Park. And that's your next Kentucky Derby winner.
All right. Well, it was set up for Kelby to come in and to pick his dad's horse, but he couldn't hear us, or he wasn't. I don't know what happened there. Listen, I kind of wanted to do it, but I did want Kelby and you guys to have this horse, obviously. 54-yarder named after the Iowa State field goal kicker who made a 54-yarder against Iowa. So that's pretty cool. And a nice debut winner as well, right? I mean, listen, it's a homer pick for sure, but he did look. Did you watch the race? He did look pretty good.
I did go back and watch it, and it also sounded like he had some mucus and was sick the next day. So maybe he was just scratching the surface of the potential there.
Well, you're telling me something that I didn't know. I did not know that. So that's very interesting. It's good that my good buddies in racing like to tell me stuff. Kelby didn't tell me, Kelly didn't tell me, but you tell me of all people. So
there you go.
Does your mom know about it too? Did they tell her as well?
She got bored and left a long time ago, so she's out.
She would be like, "What is this shit? And why are you involved with it?"
Like, I'm going back and reading People magazine.
Well, can't blame her there, right? All right, Steve. Well, thank you for giving the pick for Kelby. It would have been cool if he gave it, but you did a great job filling in. So I appreciate it, buddy. And good luck. Hey, I'll tell you this. I'm rooting for you guys if it's through 54-yarder. So I'll tell you that for sure. So good luck.
Triple Crown winner.
Oh man, I would lose my mind if that happened. Can you imagine? Let's just dream for a second. Kelly Von Hemel going for a Triple Crown at Saratoga at Belmont. I mean, if any of us are sober that day, then we're doing something wrong, right? So
I would have to make the trip up for that one.
I would think so. All right, man. Thanks a lot as always. Good stuff there. All right. Well, let's see. I'm scanning down for Jared. I don't see him, so I'm just going to close this thing out. This has been a lot of fun, guys. It's as always, it's been a lot of fun. I'll go ahead and take that off the screen. Just put me up here. I will post all this on the website. So if you're like, man, I don't remember who went where, this will all be posted. It starts on January 1st. So January 1st will be when this thing happens. We'll kind of do some, analyzing the teams on the next show. Here we've kind of gone long enough, I think, tonight. So guys, thanks everybody for the teams for joining me, making this a special night. It's always a lot of fun. I thought Magic did well, but I thought everybody did well tonight. So thanks everybody for watching as well and joining us. I thought it was a fun night. Hopefully you guys liked it. We have fun with it for sure, but we also take it very serious. I can tell you everybody's really studied hard. And these are the 60 horses that to start kind of tracking and looking for here. Some of them you probably knew, some of them you probably didn't. Even I didn't know 4 or 5 of these. So, all right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We'll be back next week with our regular blinkers off as we start the official 2026 road towards the Kentucky Derby. Thanks, everybody, and we will see you all next week.
I sat through all of that for that
28 minutes.
F you. Whoever booked that, and I think I know who it might have been, a hearty f you. What a goddamn f***ing waste of time.